garden friends, and welcome to another episode of AJ's Green Thumb. So I'm pretty excited to bring this episode to you today because I am finally getting a leg up on my dahlias. So yesterday afternoon, after getting home from work, the UPS man dropped off a package and I really wasn't expecting it just yet. So I got another shipment of dahlias that came in addition to the dahlias I showed you guys the other day, and I'm thrilled to go ahead and start planting them up. So I'll name off a few, see if any of you guys are familiar with them. I've got several dinnerplate dahlias, and what the dinnerplate dahlias are, they're the ones with the blooms that are roughly a foot across. So you're talking spectacular flower power and a spectacular show come mid to late summer and early fall. So I'll just pop up the picture on the screen. So this one right here is called Emory Paul dinnerplate dahlia. Beautiful. This other one is called Nick SR or Nick Senior. Then another one I came across last night was called Advance dinnerplate dahlia. Beautiful. And then here's a funny one. It's called Maniac dinnerplate dahlia. Anyway, enough fun and games. I've got a lot of work ahead of me, so we'll just dig right into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and prepare my soil mix. I've got all my labels done ahead of time, and the first set I'm going to pot up or tricolor. I'll go ahead and put a picture of that on the screen. So let's zoom you guys in a little closer here. So this one here is tricolor. I showed you guys the other night, and this is a perfect candidate for a division. So we're gonna go ahead and divide it real quick, real simple. Take your pruners, clean them. Just use some rubbing alcohol. Wipe it clean. That way you don't transfer any supposed diseases from one plant to the other. And what I like to do is get rid of all of the old and useless portions. Don't be afraid, just get in there. Get that out of there. Nice and sharp. So this first one right here is pretty easy. So I'm going to get rid of, oh man, there's another eye on the back side. So what I'll do is get rid of this portion right here, okay, because it's adjoined to the rest of the majority of this tuber. So I'll go ahead and plant this up. And I can divide this even more. It might not be a large plant, but it's worth trying it out. So on opposite sides of this old stem, I have an eye. So there's an eye on opposite sides. So let's just be a little fearless and get our knife, and I'm just gonna cut it right down the middle. Yep. So this piece right here, let's break that off. So here's an eye, because it meets the criteria for a viable tuber, I should say. You got an eye, you got a stem, and you've got the food resource. That's all you need. It's 2 plants. Now these, since they don't have all the parts, they're trash. You just discard those. And I'm just gonna leave this one alone and plant that up. So out of 1 clump, I have 3 plants. Okay, and this is the reason why we dig up our tubers, we overwinter our tubers, and we save our tubers, because you can make more out of 1. It's just perfect economical sense. So I can be greedy with that very same type, tricolor, and get 2 plants off of this one. See, this right here has an eye here. Let's get the magnifying glass. I didn't do that last time, so that you guys can see. See? So you've got 1 eye there, and you got another eye there. Feeling kind of froggy. Let's go ahead and cut that right down the center here. Okay. I may lose a tuber chunk, but that's fine. So I may end up losing this bad boy right here, which is fine. All right, let's look at the damage. So this is a viable tuber. It's got an eye, it's got a stem or a neck, and a food source. Now we're up to 4 tricolors. This, I'll leave it alone. We'll just go ahead and plant this up. This can be divided as well, but it's such a small little tuber, I'll leave it alone. This amalgamation right here, I can get several chunks out of this. Just cut out what we definitely don't want. Okay. Inspect. Here's 1 chunk right here. I can sever that off. Just go in. There we go. We got an eye right there. Okay, that's an eye. Stem and tuber chunk. So now we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is 8. That fell off. That gets thrown out. This is kind of small, so I'll leave it alone. Now we're up to 9. 9 plants. 9 plants, and we started with 6. All right, guys, so the grand total, wait a minute, we still got 1 more. Baby, look at that. Now that is an eye. She is ready to go. Here's another one on the other side. So what you do on this one is just cut it straight down the middle. Identify where each one is so you don't cut them off. This little chunky monkey, I can actually divide 3 ways, but I don't think I have the tools for that. So we'll just split her down the middle right here. Okay. Sometimes you just got to be a little aggressive. All right, so here we go. Clearly that's an eye. That's one piece. And, ooh, missed that by a hair. There's another eye. Okay, so that's another piece. Wow, oof, oof. Look at my luck. Another eye revealed itself. So, 2 pieces. I may just plant these in the same pot. All right, so get the junk out of here. All right, so let's do our count. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, okay, 12, and 13. So garden friends, out of 6 tubers, I ended up with 13 after dividing them. So that's pretty impressive. I need to hurry up, make some more labels. Probably 5 more labels. And pot these up. What I intend to do is, as I make my mixture, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bone meal, a little extra phosphorus in there. I'm also gonna put in some worm castings. All right, you know how we do. Get this soil mixture going. Got a little bit of potting mix, a little compost, peat moss, a little bit of sand and grit, because dahlias definitely need their drainage. Let's get a more sizable tuber here. This one. Make sure the eyes are facing up. Throwing a little bone meal. There you go. All right, guys, that wraps up another video. It covered dividing dahlias and potting them up to give them a head start for the rest of the growing season. It's starting to rain right now, unexpectedly, so we'll go ahead and end this video here. If you liked the video, please hit that like button and stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching. AJ's Green Thumb.